Hello, I got a question from one of my clients just a minute ago. Just about to hop in the bath, but I thought this would make a really interesting video, so I wanted to record something really quickly. So, should you take glutathione? If you know what glutathione is already, great. For those of you that don't, very quick description. So glutathione is the body's primary endogenously produced antioxidant. So this means it's an antioxidant that our body can create itself. Not like things like vitamin C, obviously being a vitamin is something that we have to get from outside of our body. Glutathione is produced. You make it. So it's made out of three things: glutamine, glycine, and cysteine. So we need to make sure, first of all, you need to make sure you have these ingredients if you want to make glutathione in your own body. And the logic behind supplementing with glutathione, let me just move this pillow, it's a bit uncomfortable. The logic behind supplementing glutathione is you're giving your body extra antioxidants. But this isn't really the best way to do it. So the place that glutathione has the most beneficial impact is inside the cell. This is where you get the most benefit from what glutathione does. So this is inside the cell. The thing about glutathione is it's really big. It's not an individual amino acid, so it can't just get transferred directly into a cell. As I said, it's made of glutamine, glycine, and cysteine. So if you're taking glutathione as a supplement, before you're actually able to get this into your body and use it, it has to actually be broken down and digested in your digestive system. Then it's being broken down basically into these three ingredients: glutamine, glycine, cysteine. So then it's coming in through your small intestine into your bloodstream. Then these ingredients are being moved into the cell, and then they need to be formed inside the cell back into glutathione for them to actually really be useful in the way that you're trying to get the benefits from glutathione. So supplementing glutathione isn't actually very helpful because your body has to break down and digest these things. It's far better to provide your body with the building blocks that it needs. So glutamine, glycine, cysteine. This is one reason bone broth is really good, because you get glutamine and glycine in broth. So that's a good way that you can get those two ingredients. Cysteine is a little bit of a harder one. So cysteine is a sulfur-based molecule, glutathione being a sulfur-based antioxidant. One of the best sources of this is actually dairy. It's one of the best ways you can get cysteine. So any kind of dairy product. Yogurt, kefir would probably be better options, but even like whey protein powder, for example, would have some in. There's a supplement that you can take here. So this is NAC, you've probably heard of this, N-acetylcysteine. It's N-acetylcysteine. Cysteine is the amino acid that you need. So if you're utilizing broth, excuse me, bit of a burp. If you're utilizing broth and you're taking cysteine, or you're getting cysteine in your diet, you're going to be giving your body all of the natural ingredients that it needs to make glutathione inside the cell, which is the place where it makes the most difference. So if you're trying to provide your body with more extracellular antioxidant activity, a better way to do this would be with any kind of free form antioxidant that's like single molecule. So vitamin C would be a really good example. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, actually works really well as an antioxidant by itself, even before it's turned into glutathione, so you can use that, and that'll function outside of the cell as well. One of the best things that you can do to improve the antioxidant levels inside the cell is actually provide other antioxidants that spare glutathione. So taking glutathione itself isn't actually necessary. If you supplement with vitamin C, vitamin C is sort of like a mother antioxidant, so it will spare your other antioxidants from being burnt. So you can actually effectively increase glutathione levels without taking any glutathione, just by utilizing other antioxidants like vitamin C. And I do this in whole food form if you can. So if you're incorporating things like juicing, so juicing greens, for example, even fruit, like anything that you have that's got vitamin C in it has also got polyphenols and other types of antioxidant compounds that have a very synergistic effect. This is going to have a huge sparing effect on your intracellular glutathione, which is where you really get the benefits from having higher glutathione levels. It's not so much about just having glutathione in the blood, in the liver. It's more about having it inside the cell itself. So you can get all of the benefits from, actually you can get more benefits over supplementing glutathione by making sure that you're providing your body with the ingredients that it needs to make glutathione, and then complementary to that, providing your body with other antioxidants that will have a sparing effect on your glutathione levels. I'm just going to finish up. If you've got any questions, let me know. I've got one question. Andre says, isn't vitamin C not good for those with oxalate issues? Depends on the type of vitamin C that you're using. I would utilize a whole food form, so juicing would be a good option. Juice low oxalate things, because then you're going to get the full balance. Oxalates oxalate issues aren't generally an issue of oxalate. It's usually an issue of fungal dysbiosis, fungal exposure in the environment, or you've got some kind of electrolyte imbalance in the body. So oxalates are only really a problem when they're binding with things like calcium to form stones. If they're binding with things like magnesium or other compounds in things like quebrapedia tea or other compounds that are in things like lemons, these are going to be water soluble. Your body's going to flush them out. And if you've got low levels of intestinal permeability, you're not going to be absorbing many of these oxalates anyway. So consider all of those things. So I got my bath, got a dash, speaking fast because I've got to go. Don't want my bath to overflow. So hope you found that helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. See you soon. Ciao.